It is always interesting to compare two IEMs from the same brand. Most of the time they kind of carry over the in-house tuning, and both these IEMs are tuned for a musical and fun kind of presentation, but they have different principle of musical tuning here. Okay, Kiwi Airoso is a hybrid IEM, while the Kiwi Aether is a planar based IEM, one of the largest planar in this price range. 15.3 mm drivers are being used inside this IEM, and this one has 4 BA drivers and one dynamic driver. This dynamic driver and balanced armature driver, let me be very clear about that, is performing better than this planar based IEM, but it really kind of goes on to comes down to what you prefer. Okay, preference is what this hobby or uh, this audiophile world is all about. Okay, what you prefer is the main question. In any case, if we look at the set of accessories, they are shipping with the same kind of cases. The cable on the air also is more cheaper. This one, even though looks very good, this IEM does not respond that well to cable change, so that is not going to be a big point. Don't change the cable. It is not necessary to be precise. In any case, if we check the shell size or earpiece size, uh, let me be very clear, both have no issues with fit or anything like that, but you guys can see obviously Aether is thicker, more voluminous, but no issues with fit or anything like that. Both are very comfortable in the inside the ear. No issues with the depth or anything like that. They have very good stability. I had literally no issues with fit or ergonomics or anything like that. So even though both are not exactly ergonomically designed with wing design or anything like that, they have the curves at the right places, and they are fairly stable, fairly comfortable inside the ear. No issues with that at all. If we look at the vents or anything like that, this one just has one, and this one has a slightly more aesthetically pleasing kind of vent here. There is one here too for the drivers to breathe. If we move on to the sound quality, that is where these two IEMs are very different from each other, to be precise. Even though they are fun and musically tuned, to be precise, they have different kind of definition for fun and musical. Now Aether, I'm not exactly happy with the way the lower end is tuned with the Aether. It kind of is good, but it's mid bassy. Okay, there isn't a lot of sub bass rumble or sub bass extension to talk about. It kind of feels like it is muted in that region, but the mid bass is more prominent. It has a bigger area of impact than the sub bass, but the Airoso. Okay, Airoso is much better with the lower end, has very good sub bass extension, has very good sub bass rumble, and has bigger area of impact with the mid bass too. Even though this one is not as much prominent with the mid bass because of its leveled presentation with the sub bass, it does not feel like it is a mid bassy IEM. Even though this one has bigger mid bass area. Okay, area of impact of the mid bass is bigger on the Airoso, but the good thing is that this one is slightly faster when it comes to the decay, while Aether is kind of slower with the decay. It kind of feels like it is being a bit too loose and slightly lethargic in that area, slightly muddy even, I can say. This one is not exactly great with dynamics or contrast either, so there are some issues with the lower end of the Aether. Its upper bass notes are kind of okay. I will not say they are bad or anything like that, but they are not the cleanest, to be precise. If you want cleanliness in the bass region, you want very good layered delivery, very good dynamics and contrast between the back and foreground notes or something like that. Aether is not the IEM to go for, but Airoso can be considered. Even though this one is a more basic kind of IEM with bigger area of impact, it does not feel like it is being held back or very slow with the decay. It has good definition, a good layered delivery, good contrast. It can hit upper bass notes cleanly, not the cleanest. Okay, let me be very clear, it is not the cleanest, but it can definitely hit upper bass notes without much issues. If we move on to the mid range, that is where there are some issues with the Aether again. Okay, the notes, especially the vocal notes, are not tall enough. I would have liked a bit more height with them, but the good thing is that it is smoother. Okay, timbre, texture, tonality are fantastic with the Aether. I'm just not happy with the finishing definition and lack of height it is not tall enough. Okay, that is kind of bothering me. But in other attributes like smoothness, warmth, and texture, this one is good, very good, very cohesive. But yes, I'm kind of bothered by the lack of height with this one. I'm not unhappy with the resolution or definition maybe, but yeah, again, the lack of height is not helping the Aether either. Airoso is not exactly great with the mid-range either. It has a dip just before the vocal region, and that is kind of perceivable if you are paying a good amount of attention. But from the vocal range, it is taller. Notes are tall. They have very good texture, very good tonality, very good timbre. Not as thick or warm as the Aether. Aether is very warm and thick. This one is not warm and thick, and offers better definition and better clarity, better resolution. Even this one is not a bad sounding IEM even in the mid range. And I believe out of those 4 BA drivers, 2 might be for the mid range, and they are working well, no issues with the clarity or anything like that. So that is a very good thing in my opinion. I'm liking the cohesion level of this one too. This one kind of feels like it is kind of suppressed. I'm not very happy with the way the mid-range is rendered. It's laid back, it is calm and very smooth. I can understand that, but it's not the best rendering of a mid-range, to be precise. If we move on to the highest, that is 2, where the Airoso is better. It is offering a better extension, better note height, I will have to say better agility, better clarity. Yes, the air between instruments is not exactly great with the Airoso, which is where the Aether comes in. Okay, this one has a big stage, big treble stage. Even though it does not have that kind of finishing definition or the energy at the peak or that kind of layering or separation, what it offers is a big stage and air. Okay, the transient and sonics in head movements of instruments is good with this one, but it is not the cleanest sounding IEM even in the treble range, which the Airoso is very clean, very good with the sonics too. Not competing with the Aether with that, because this one has a bigger stage, this one has a taller stage. Okay, it stacks notes nicely, it has very good layering and separation, good amount of air too. No issues with the treble at all. I do not find any issue with the Airoso. If you are someone who want a very wide kind of stage, you might not be very happy with the Airoso. You might like to look at the Aether. But yes, both the IEMs have limitations, both are not flawless or anything like that. But if I have to pick one, I will pick the Airoso. It is a better all-round performer, and Aether is something you should pick if you want a smooth, calm, and warm sounding IEM. So this is it. This is my comparison of Kiwi Airoso and Kiwi Aether. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy.